Thank you. So, as we have today, people with disabilities are sometimes paid pennies an hour. I've said for years that we need to raise our federal minimum and wage. In that, I should be up to at least as a minimum of $15 an hour. Right now, federally, it's now $7.25 an hour. But I really, just to put that in perspective, $15 an hour working full time, that's $31,000 a year. And that's challenging to live on that. Can you imagine, and there are millions of Americans that are faced having to do on that as well too. And now the fact is that we have people being paid $1.50 an hour simply because they have a disability, and that's outrageous. And I would like to point out that I have a disability. And with having that disability, I'm not getting paid any less than all of my colleagues here at the table or in the Senate as well too. And now to discuss my own disability at the moment. Right now, because of after a stroke, now I rely on captioning. That allows me to participate fully as well. And I am going to describe what it is for those that this allows me to participate fully, is that. And now I'm not earning any less money a year for the same job that all my colleagues are as well too. And I wouldn't want that for me, and I wouldn't want that for anyone on that as well too. And so as to the point is like, Dr. Avallone, what is the evidence that employers can't afford to pay employees with disabilities a livable, and I want to also emphasize, on a dignified wage?
Well, the truth is if those employers were having any other individual who doesn't have a disability performing that work, they would have to pay at least the federal minimum wage. So from a finance structure, there doesn't make any sense to me in terms of how that can't be worked out.
Well, I mean, so to be clear, so I want people to understand that folks with disabilities are able to be legally allowed to pay less than the federal minimum wage.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, and the minimum wage is $7.25 an hour.
That's correct.
So it's legal to pay less than that, which is already an outrageously low amount of money. So if is that legal to pay someone with a disability, say, $2 an hour? Is that legal?
It is legal to pay somebody less, as low as $3.50 an hour, and even less than that, pennies on the hour.
Okay, so what kind of dignity is being paid less than even already shameless low minimum wage? Is there any dignity in that?
No, these are capable and talented workers who can contribute immensely to the workforce, and they should be compensated for their efforts the same as any other American without a disability.
So, and that's the point. It's like I fundamentally believe that there's dignity in every job and in working, but how are you able to really have the dignity if you're legally allowed to be paid pennies on the hour on that, let alone living in at all without even dignity as well too. And I want the opportunity to just highlight that fact as well. As a member of the disability community myself, I would not want that for myself, and I would now absolutely don't want that for anyone. And I always thought I was empathetic before, but after I developed my own disability, that's made me much, much more empathetic. And now I'm grateful for having my platform to highlight that and to address that, hopefully, in our society as well, too. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.